And good morning to you folks as we gather for the Lord's Supper. I just wanted to remind you of a couple of things. The Lord's table is more than just an ordinance of the church. It's more than just Christian duty. It's more than religious ceremony, and it's much more than just a portion of our Sunday morning or Sunday evening worship service. The Lord's Supper, the Lord's table, is a holy time. It's a practice that Jesus instituted and instructed the church to continue until He returns, and when we sit together with Him around His table in the kingdom. But why? What is the importance and the significance of this ordinance? What was Jesus trying to impress upon us when He instituted the Lord's Supper? In many cases, we participate in a lot of practice within church that oftentimes we really don't know all that much about. And sometimes we don't really just pay that much attention to. And at times the Lord's Supper becomes just part of our routine within our service. But Jesus in Luke chapter 22, when He was on His way to Calvary, He had gathered for this Passover feast, and He tells the disciples, I desire to have this meal with you, because He knew that it would be the last time that He would gather for this meal until He returns somewhere even in our future. And so He sat down with His disciples, and they had the meal together. And then the passage from Luke chapter 22 says that after this meal was over, after supper, it says He took the bread and He broke it. And He gave it to them, and He said, "This is my body that has been broken or will be broken for you. Take and eat it, and do it in remembrance of me." And after that, then He took the cup, and He said, "This is the cup of a new covenant. This is the blood, my blood, that has been poured out for you." Paul adds in 1 Corinthians chapter 11 that Jesus said, "Do this every time you do this, do it in remembrance of me." And so for us, we need to remember as we participate in the Lord's Supper, whether we're at home like we are in this situation, or whether we are gathered together in a group of people in any church service, recognize the importance of what this is. That Jesus said, this is a constant reminder of what I have done for you, to provide for you an opportunity to unite yourselves with my heart, to recognize the broken body, the shed blood, to have hope of eternal salvation. Let's participate together.